Hello?
Big win for you guys today. Like I told Coach, not a lot of people outside of this building are giving you guys a chance. Just with the short week and then with all the injuries, just talk about the resilience of this team and kind of the message that you guys have conveyed all through this week's practice and holidays. There was just so many distractions, so many things that would have detracted from this game today.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this group. Just like you said, the resilience. For us, we always lean on each other. We always have belief. We always, we know we have what it takes in this building, and we don't worry about the outside opinions. So for all of us, like you said, short week, holidays, all that. Everyone was super locked in all week. This was there's a lot of focus. Everyone was excited for the moment, excited to go out there and play, and we were excited just as coach says, because it was the next game. We were just excited for the opportunity, and I'm so proud of this team, how they pulled it off, the way we won, both sides of the ball, all three phases. This is a great win, so super proud.
What are those conversations like going into fourth downs when you go along to Jalen and T-Mac in those situations?
Yeah, again, I just trust my guys. There's no big conversation, no big hoorah. Again, for me, I'm super grateful to have guys like that on the perimeter that I trust, and need to have it situations, fourth downs. Trust them to win one-on-ones, trust them with 50-50 balls, trust them to throw them open, whatever it may be. We have a ton of competitors. They did a great job of, going getting those balls and, putting themselves in those situations on those fourth downs. So, again, it's not a big speech. I know those guys are always ready.
How do you continue to have that trust when a game went the way last week's game went?
It never wavers. Again, it's a competitive league. There's going to be ups and downs, but I know my guys. I know how they work. I know who they are. I know the competitors they are. No matter what, I'm always have confidence in them. So that'll never change.
You feel the crowd out there today? It felt like going into the fourth, especially with the Chuba chants and the ovation for the offense. I mean, we looked up in the press box and it was pretty cool just to look around. Did you feel that on the field?
For sure. That means a ton. For the Carolinas to come and support us, we take a lot of pride in protecting the bank, and for us to get that, it's a huge advantage. It means a lot. It affects the game. So we're super grateful for the fan base. It was definitely felt like normal. So yeah, we're all super grateful for that.
Bryce, you have resilience. You guys haven't lost back-to-back games since the 0-2 start, and Coach Canales said it's the humility of this group that stands out. Where do you see humility on this roster?
Yeah, just our willingness to chase our best, to want to get better. Coach challenged us with that early on in the week and throughout the week, just trying to find our best. Good game, bad game, whatever it may be. We have a bunch of guys that come in and just focus on the work. They want to be better. They want to grow. They want to watch and see how we can, grow as a unit, as a team. So it's all individuals, and it's part of the culture. So, again, I'm super grateful to be a part of that.
Does that reveal itself more on the practice field or in film rooms, you think?
A combination of both. Again, today or this week, weren't able to get a ton of full speed reps because of a short week, but it reveals itself through without doing that, still the willingness to go on the side, get some extra stuff, still the willingness to have attention to detail, all that stuff. And then film room, same, you have to go in with an open mind, be willing to grow, be willing to learn, watch the stuff that's tough to watch, and everyone does that and takes that challenge. So yeah, I'm super grateful to be part of this group.
To be able to run the ball the way you did today, I mean, you talk about having trust in your guys. It's been a while since we've seen Chuba and Rico do that. What's that like for you to see that come alive, as Dave says?
Yeah, it's great. For us, we want to be balanced. We have all the confidence in the world, and in the O-line and those guys, and to see them, not do anything that was surprising to me or to anyone in this building, but just be themselves. Go out there, be special, be dynamic. The O-line doing a great job of taking pride. Again, we have a ton of respect for them as a team and as a unit. That's a really good unit out there, a really good front. And for everyone to take that challenge, to step up and want to find our best. Again, that means a lot.
Out of the division. Obviously, I know you got several to go, but the bye week's coming up next. I know I'm sure you'd like to play every week, and you focus on one game at a time. But to be 7-6 with that win, and now with a week to get healthy before you have a bunch of divisional games down the stretch, how important is that?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, being able to go into this last stretch. We want to take it one game at a time. There's stuff we can't control, stuff that we can't look too far ahead. But we know that there's stuff at stake. For us, it's just being consistent with our process. That's the thing about this team. It's never needed motivation. It's never needed incentive to go and chase greatness. So again, for us, we'll have a week to reset, and then we'll come back and we'll take it week to week.
What's that room like today?
It's fun. It's fun after a win. It's tough to win in this league. Again, we have a ton of respect for our opponents and just for this league in general. So you have to celebrate those wins. Those you celebrate the success, and it's great because as we talked about before, it's a group that's naturally humble. It's not guys after a win that now you got to reel them back on Monday or reel them back during the week, and everyone can keep it as it is. Normal week, you have that 24-hour rule where you can enjoy it, and then you come back. I'm pretty sure we're back tomorrow. We'll watch the film. We'll still learn and grow. So you got to celebrate the success.
I asked Dave about this, but I'll ask you too. 10th different offensive line starting combination today for this group. They always just kind of seem to get the job done.
Yeah.
I know you're focused on your job, but working with a bunch of different guys out there, what do you have to say about those guys continually turning new bodies out there?
Man, couldn't be more proud, more grateful for that unit. Just the resilience they show. Like you said, so much change, so much in and out, so much uncertainty week to week just with how much movement there's been. And like you said, there hasn't been drop-off. Every week they've stepped up to the plate. Again, we played some really good units. This is a really good unit we just played. And for them to play as they did, the cohesiveness they have, it speaks to the culture they have in that room, the coaching. So, I'm super proud, super grateful for that unit.
Anything else?
I appreciate you guys.